everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam, aka Ruby T, and today you join me for some Players Cup action. We are here for the Players Cup 3. If you don't know what the Players Cup is, it is basically an international tournament that goes in, I think, in 3 stages. And you work your way up to effectively work out who is the current best player in the world. It starts off with a best of 1 format where you are able to play 45 matches over a weekend, and if your score is within the top percentage in your region, so Europe, North America, South America, etc., then you qualify for the next round of the tournament where you will go into matchups against other players who also qualified. So it's a pretty long, drawn-out competition, but it's what we've got instead of World Championships or international challenges and stuff this year. So I decided I'd enter. Last time round, I didn't qualify last time round. I brought a sort of a silly team. I'd only just started playing VGC in the new formats. Hadn't played in a while. I brought a team with a Turtonator, and we got really close. My ranking was like 2 or 3 points off someone else who did qualify, so we did okay. But this time I thought, let's have some more fun with it. How can we have fun with it this time? So I got my girlfriend to pick my Pokemon for me. Gemma, for those of you who know Gemma, for those of you who don't, it's my girlfriend, and she picked my Pokemon. Gemma knows a little bit about Pokemon. She likes Pokemon Go. She likes Pokemon in general. So I gave her a list of all the Pokemon that she could choose from. And I'll be honest with you, it could have been a whole lot worse. It could have been 100 times worse. The first thing she did was pick the cat Pokemon. So, I mean, I tried to say to her, listen, I know your favourite Pokemon is Thundurus and Urshifu, and she said, no, they're not. They're not my favourite Pokemon. I think we need to have the prettiest Pokemon that we can find. And so we've got cats and a dog and some horses, which is really cool. I think it's going to be really fun. I've practiced with this team a little bit. It does okay. It's very one-dimensional in that if you don't get Glastrier boosted, it kind of falls down, and if an opponent is good enough and knows what you're going to do, then it's almost impossible to win. But it's done okay for me on the ladder, so I figured why not? Let's do it. Let's see where we go. So basically, mode 1 is make Glastrier strong. My Glastrier is very, very bulky. It's got some decent special bulk, and I pair it with the Cobalion, which is Choice Scarf and has coaching, and I just boost it and hope we can kind of steamroll the opposition. Incineroar with the safety goggles is there to help us deal with some teams. Suicune has got the Tailwind, Scald, Ice Beam, and Calm Mind is really, really bulky to help just stall out end games where I wouldn't be able to otherwise. Then we have the kind of two. That top 4, I guess. I mean, Cobalion and Suicune, maybe not. Glastrier and Incineroar, obviously a decent Pokemon. You know, they're used in VGC a lot of top tier Pokemon. Cobalion and Suicune, an argument can be made to see them on teams. Meowstic and Rapidash, you don't really see. Well, you don't really see them anywhere at all, to be honest with you, anymore. But so the way the Meowstic and Rapidash work, I try to kind of come up with something to make them worthwhile, make them useful. And so what I did was I've made the Meowstic 1 speed point faster than the Rapidash. I've given it Trick and Eject button, and I've given the Rapidash Dazzling Gleam. So basically, Meowstic and Rapidash, or Meowstic and someone, are my answers to Regigigas and Colossal, because I figure they're going to come up quite a lot. I've done a few of these in practice where someone, at least drag up old Colossal and I just trick the eject button onto the Colossal and then they go away. Same thing with the Regigigas Weezing. Rapidash outspeeds Regigigas, so I get the eject button onto it, hopefully it maxes, and then I hit it with a Dazzling Gleam. Ideally, the Weezing protects turn 1, and then I can also hit into the Weezing with a Life Orb Psychic afterwards to kind of nullify that threat. So it can work, it has worked. Will it work for the duration of a Players' Cup qualifier? I very, very much doubt it. This will be an extreme challenge if we're able to qualify here. But yeah, ways the team falls down. The Meowstic not having an offensive move. Obviously, if I kind of get trapped in on the Meowstic, is why I haven't got the Focus Sash. I don't often mind if Meowstic goes down, because once it's done its job, it doesn't always do brilliantly. Although Charm is very good against things like Rillaboom. Regigigas in general, so it can work, and the fake tears into attacks from Suicune and Rapidash can work, but it's all quite niche. And like I say, yeah, getting Glastrier burned early on is pretty tough, although after a coaching, even burned, it can still take a KO, which means it gets its chilling Nay boost and stuff. But yeah, we'll see how we go. We're going to do our best. So yeah, I'll start queuing up for some matches and we'll see how we go. Alright then, here we go. we're going to start off our Players' Cup run with this team. Like I say, I personally, I think I'm not nowhere near a good enough player to win a tournament like this. So I might as well have some fun with it. You know, there's no use using a regular standard team if you're not gonna, you know. I don't think I'm good enough to win, so I might as well use something fun, right? Use some fun Pokemon, some different Pokemon, some Pokemon you wouldn't always see like out there on the ladder. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Boost Glastria up and just go through. That's a really cool league card. Good luck, have fun to my opponent. Here we go. First matchup, Players Cup 3, matchup number 1. Let's see how we go. Alright. So I'm going to guess Lapras Jinx. Jinx Shiinotic. Okay. Because we'll just get put back to sleep again. Okay, so the Jinx maxes. To be honest, I think we're in big trouble here. I should have switched into Incineroar turn 1. It was a massive misplay on my part. We're probably going to get swept by a Jinx. So there we go. You live and learn, don't you? Wakey time. Okay, that's not so bad if we wake up here. I mean, we're going to get strength sapped again, right? So we're not actually going to do that much damage. Come on, Glastria. Just need you to wake up here, buddy. Rain Dance. Come on, Glastria. You can do this, bud. You just got to have a wake up. You slept 2 turns. Now it's your time. Good boy. Now hit it with the Hailstorm. Now knock it out. Good horse. Well done. Bring Glastria back in later. Even so, I'm not sure how well this is going to work. We just got to try and stall out this Jinx max as much as we can. Oh, Psychic Terrain. Come on, Sam. What are you doing, man? Oh, we're not going to live this anyway. So stupid. I'm so stupid. Oh my god. If we'd have just stayed in there, we'd have lived the Surf and we could have hit the Jinx. Interesting to know. Yeah, at least we know for the future, right? That's all we can do is improve for the future. We go down hard. But there we go. What can we do? So turn 1, it's important to learn even when you're playing badly. It's important to learn what you've done wrong, right? And what I did wrong there was, first of all, totally underestimate my opponent. I should have switched into Incineroar turn 1. Incineroar was in no danger whatsoever switching in. Then I would have had the Fake Out turn 2 to use onto the Jinx, which would have been a lot more beneficial. And I could have then, or I could have Flare Blissed into the Shiinotic, or I could have done all sorts of things, right? I could have just Iron Headed the Jinx turn 1 with the Cobalion, but hey, that's why we're here to learn, right? All right then, let's kick off game number 2. Hopefully we can pick up a W in this one. After that kind of farcical game 1, we Max Quake into the Entei after a coaching boost. So the problem is we do also really risk getting burned here. I think maybe the better play here is to go into Incineroar and coaching our own Incineroar, or we close combat the Urshifu and hope we can take KO. Yeah, let's do that. So at least that way we kind of... He withdraws Urshifu into who? Salamence? Okay, fair play. That's fine. I'm guessing we're going to take a fire attack into the Glastria slot, so it was a good switch. We obviously won't deal any damage to the Salamence, but that's not too much of a problem. We'll also get the Fake Out turn 2. Our Incineroar is kind of bulky. We get the Intimidate onto the Entei, so hopefully we're not going to be taking too much damage. Oh, it has Inner Focus, of course. It could obviously attack into the Cobalion slot. Nice little bit of chip on the Salamence there. Not too much, but enough. If let's see where Entei goes with this attack. Yeah, it does go into Incineroar. Okay, so obviously that turned out to be a very good switch. Okay. I like the damage into Entei option. And also if Cobalion goes down this turn, we do get free switch. So let's see. He's going to max maybe the Salamence, which I would be really, really okay with. If he does max the Salamence, that would be definitely okay, even if we lose both Pokemon here. Yeah. Alright, so this is not the end of the world. The beautiful thing is, if we don't lose both Pokemon, I'd love to be able to get a couple of attacks down onto the Entei, if we can. This won't do too much after the Intimidate, but it's a nice little bit of chip. So where does the Salamence attack? That's the question. I'm guessing into Airstream into Cobalion. Alright, so we might actually get an attack off into the Entei here then. Sacred Fire. Okay, so he wanted to double the Cobalion. So ideally we do almost enough to KO the Entei. That would be perfect. Just about enough. That's about right. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in Glastrier. Once again. So I don't believe there is any way that this Salamence can KO Glastrier here. We can get away with a... We know it's not Flash Fire, so we can probably get away with a Flare Blitz into the Entei slot in case there's a switch. He may even activate our weakness policy. We'll have to wait and see. But I predict the Salamence is probably going to protect. But I'm going to Hailstorm it anyway, in the hope that we activate our weakness policy here. In fact, what I might do is switch out into Rapidash. No, because I can do that a turn after, right? Yeah. Okay, so fight. Flare Blitz into the Entei in case of a switch, and then we're going to max Hailstorm into the Salamence in case it is not running Protect. Yes, that's the correct play. Oh, that was close to the line, wasn't it? Damage to Glastrier that we can't survive, whatever. I guess that is a possibility. Okay, Entei uses Sacred Fire. Yeah, getting burned obviously would be bad here. Which naturally we do because that's been our luck so far. But our weakness policy activates, so that kind of negates that bit of damage. Wormwind, so that's going to lower our attack even more. We might survive that, yeah. Thought so. Okay, so that's nice. We should still have enough in the tank to KO this Salamence, I think. Will we KO ourselves on the Incineroar? Probably. No, we don't actually, which is kind of bad. But hey, this should be enough to take out the Salamence. Yeah, it is, which means we get our attack boost again. So we have Burn, plus weakness policy, neutral, -1 attack, +1 attack, so back to neutral again. But the burn damage is really, really, really bad. Really don't want that burn damage. Because Urshifu is obviously going to come back out now. Close combat could knock us out, possibly. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Okay, so it's Metagross to come back out. So we're definitely going to protect here. What we're going to do is we're going to switch Incineroar into Rapidash. And we're going to protect the Glastrier. So Rapidash will outspeed the Urshifu. Presuming it's not Choice Scarf. The hail damage should be enough to KO it with a Dazzling Gleam. I'm guessing. I could be wrong. I'm predicting a double into Glastrier here. Okay, so Sucker Punch comes out. And Iron Head comes out. Yeah, so that's great. That's really nice. Rapidash is faster than Urshifu, which is great news. So, what this means is, I think we KO the Urshifu with Dazzling Gleam. It's like 98% chance of a Oko from memory. So it's... What happens if we don't KO it? Glastrier takes a lot of damage, right? But then the Hail as well should KO the Urshifu, and Metagross on its own can't KO Glastrier. So I think this is our only way to win. And then it's a question of whether or not we... and that's also if he doubles the Glastrier, because Rapidash has Sacred Fire as well to deal with the Metagross. So I think this is our safest option. Urshifu detects, so I think this is great because I don't think Metagross on its own has enough to deal with Glastrier, and all that's going to happen here is Urshifu's going to take more chip damage from the hail at the end of the turn. We get a free special defense boost, which is irrelevant, but we get some damage into the Metagross. And it's not, so Urshifu's not choice banded, which means that I don't know if a Sucker Punch will KO the Glastrier either. So we'll see. Weakness policy? I think that's also okay. Because again, right, once the Urshifu is down, Urshifu's not going to KO with... I don't think Urshifu's going to KO with Sucker Punch. And we have Incineroar in the back as well. So if we Dazzling Gleam, this really should pick up the Urshifu now. And then we could Protect as well. What happens here if we Protect? Worst case scenario, we get Sucker Punched and Iron Headed into the Rapidash, but I don't think a Sucker Punch KOs the Rapidash. So we Protect and then we get the Incineroar back out for the Fake Out next turn. I guess this is the best play. Okay, so we Protect. Sucker Punch. Do we survive this? Yeah, we do. Very nice. Dazzling Gleam comes out. It does pick up the Urshifu. Very nice indeed. Let's go, Rapidash. What a Pokemon. Ironhead into Glastrier. Very cool. Great news. So, all things being equal then, we should hopefully be able to pick up our first win. Mystical Fire into Metagross and Close Combat for the accuracy into Metagross should be clean. And Mystical Fire does the job. Very nice indeed. Okay, we pick up our first win. Really nice. Very nice indeed. And we survive on 1 HP. Well done, Rapidash. MVP of this game. Really cool. Alright, so we're going okay. We're going alright right now. We are, what are we? Can't remember how many games we've won. We're positive, so that's good. Obviously our standing is not great, but we're going all right. You know, it could be a hell of a lot worse with the horses. We always said day one, or is it 6 and 5 maybe? I don't know. We always said day one what we want. Okay, right. So we've got a colossal team. So let's see if we can get our little strategy to work. Okay. We always said day one we just want to try and go positive if we can, and just learn as much about our team and other teams as possible. The question is, who do we bring in the back here? Incineroar is good against not that much. Cobalion is not that great. Suicune is probably our best bet, just because Suicune deals with Togekiss, deals with Urshifu, kind of. Deals with Colossal, deals with Dragapult. It's probably our best bet. We don't have a lot of offense here, okay? So we're kind of hoping and praying on Glastrier. Basically, what we are hoping to do here is hoping he leads with Colossal and Dragapult. Goes for that strategy. That's our best hope for this match right now. If he doesn't, we'll probably lose like straight off the bat. But I hope he does, just so I can showcase it. Okay, I can't read that. Okay, Colossal Dragapult, right. Maybe if we're lucky then, he falls for our little trick here. We shall see. The thing is, right, this is one of those things, it's not going to work on a whole bunch of stuff. I think we Dazzle. In case he goes into Urshifu, I think we Dazzling Gleam. So we're hoping he surfs. And maxes the color. Okay, so he's maxing something, which bodes well. Let's hope it's Colossal, and let's hope he surfs. Because what we'll do is trick our eject button into Colossal, which means that his surf will activate no weakness policy. It will only make it switch out. So the trick works. We give Coalossal the eject button, and he does usurp. Okay, so we managed to make this one work for us. Steam engine goes off, but yeah, bye bye Coalossal. So yeah, it's as good a start to this match as we could have hoped for. Now the trick is, how do we maximize this start? Can we maximize this start? We get outsped by Dragapult, but I'm assuming the Dragapult's only ghost move is going to be... Okay, so Urshifu comes in, so this could be a really, really great turn for us here. That is literally like as good a turn as we could have hoped for, really. Okay, so now we're in a bit of a kind of annoying spot because Meowstic doesn't do loads for us here. In fact, Meowstic doesn't really do anything for us here at all. But Rapidash outspeeds the Urshifu, so we can use the Rapidash to try and pick up a double KO on the off chance that we are able to. And we may as well switch Meowstic out. I'm going to go into Suicune, just so we can preserve Meowstic's Fake Out. Even though it doesn't do anything anymore, we want the Fake Out for later if we can. Hopefully we pick up the Urshifu here because Rapidash does outspeed Urshifu. But we'll see. We're going to Suicune. Let's see what Dragapult does. Okay, so Dragapult goes for a Light Screen, which isn't too bad. I think we still pick up a double KO, maybe? Yeah, we do. Okay, great. That's a really, really nice turn. Crit onto the Dragapult. With that may have mattered. In honesty, that may have mattered. So he's got his Light Screen up. Which is bad, obviously. But we've got the big horse in the back, which is not a special attacker. I do not have a special attacking Glastrier. I have a regular Glastrier. Okay, so then, here's the ticket, boys and girls. I think what we do here is we start Calm Minding, and we try and get as much damage onto this Togekiss as possible. Presuming it's going to follow me, so we can't attack that Coalossal. Rapidash uses Psychic. Rapidash, max special attack with Life Orb is just doesn't do much damage, but it's so useful with an Urshifu metagame. I've found it is kind of helpful in an Urshifu metagame, so you know we're finding ways. Air Slash into Suicune, we'll take that pretty well. Heat Wave. Yes, good. Knocks out Rapidash. Perfect. Well done, Rapidash. You are great. You did amazing. You did amazing, sweetness. Okay, so what's the play here? Do we go into Meowstic and leave Glastrier and hope we can just get Glastrier 1-on-1 at the end? So we can use Fake Out now into the Togekiss. Bearing in mind he didn't protect his Coalossal, I think we probably can just pick it up now. Sometimes it's weird when you have games like this one, where you take such a big advantage early on. It's so important to be able to capitalize on it. And sometimes, you know, you can pick the game up in 3-4 turns or whatever. But sometimes you just have to kind of settle in and accept that it's going to take a while. Okay, so he does protect. So this will be a bit of a neutral turn. However, that being said, what we are able to do now is we're going to go for Fake Tears into the Togekiss and then whack it with an Ice Beam. So let's try that. Like I say, it's just about making sure you don't do anything really, really stupid to lose yourself the game. Go, Meowstic. That's little Ruby. Let's go, Ruby. Suicune's Ice Beam. This won't KO. Comes closer than I thought, actually. Okay, so we get Yawned. Again, it's not the end of the world. Meteor Beam, so that's going to give the special attack boost to the Coalossal, which is fantastic news that we saved our Glastrier till last. Because what we don't want to do is like take a double attack, get Yawned on a Glastrier, and just not be in a position to pick up KOs. So let's Scald into there, because worst comes to worst, we pick up the Togekiss, and then let's just fake Tears it as well, because it can't protect, right? Because it's in the middle of a 2-turn move, so it can't protect. Togekiss can follow me, but that's fine. So we'll just pick up the Togekiss here, and then that's the game, which is super nice. Yeah, not so bad, huh? Not so bad. A really, really terrible start to the day, but we're getting there now, hopefully. Like I said, my main aim in the whole competition, really, but certainly on day one, is just to finish positive if we can, or certainly neutral. This team has got some really glaring flaws, like some really glaring flaws, and it's going to take time to learn how to play around them, because like I said to you guys at the start, I haven't played a whole ton of VGC. I've been doing the VBA stuff, I've been doing Nuzlocke stuff, I've been doing Discord stuff, so I've not got a whole bunch of practice in for this, which I should have. And in the last 2 days I smashed the ladder as hard as I could and went like 20 and 7 or something with this, which was alright, but I was down in Pokeball 5 or I don't know, whatever the hell the rankings are, I don't know. So I've not come up against like what the main kind of meta is right now, and I'm just all around a bit rusty, so yeah. Who knows, it's all fun though, right? Like sometimes even losing is fun if you get it right. So Heatwave comes out, we avoid. Sorry dude, you didn't need that. I mean, it doesn't make a blind bit of difference to the game, but even a crit Heatwave there doesn't knock us out, I don't think. This does knock Glastrier out. This does not Colossal out, so that's really nice. I'm glad we got to showcase that little bit of tech. Really glad we got to showcase that. I don't think it would work against the kind of best players, or even like anyone who kind of just predicts that that's going to happen. But hey, you know, I'm glad we got to show it on the stream, so or on the video. So I'm going to take a short break now because I've got some jobs to do. Let's see what our ranking is, shall we? Wait, can we participate without triggering the... Without triggering it? Can we just have a look? I don't know. Are we allowed to do that? Or will it tell us to... Okay, so we're 15 and 40. 15-40. We've played 12, we've won 7, and we've lost 5. Which isn't so bad, right? Like the games we've lost, that first game was just me being so stupid. And we've lost 3 or 4 games to Rotom Heat. So again, you know, like if we work out that how to deal with Rotom Heat, I haven't worked that out yet. But if we work out how to deal with Rotom Heat, then that's great. You know, we can try and play around it. But yeah, we got a few games left, which I'll take up later. I've got some bits and bobs to do, but so far not terrible. Even if we lose our remaining 3 games, we'll be at 7 and 8. Right? So if we can pick up one more win, then we're definitely finished positive for the day, which is really nice. Yeah. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit.